Hello everyone, Darko 2012 here with Global Government News, and I'm reading an article titled Geithner Told to Quit After Emails Reveal Involvement to AIG Coverup. This is written by Paul Joseph Watson from PrisonPlanet.com on Wednesday, January 27th, 2010. Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner's denial that he played any role in the AIG cover-up is contradicted by emails which confirm that both Geithner and the New York Federal Reserve were both intimately involved in keeping details about payments to banks, including Goldman Sachs, from the public. Geithner told lawmakers today that he had no involvement withholding information about the bailout of AIG, much to the chagrin of House Oversight Committee ranking member Darrell Issa, or Issa, who wasn't buying it for a second. Quote, he has asserted complete ignorance of the Fed's efforts to cover up the bailout details, said Issa, Republican from California. Many Americans, including members of this committee, have a hard time believing that Secretary Geithner entered an absolute cone of silence on the day that his nomination was announced. John Mica of Florida went further, calling for Geithner to quit as a result of the scandal. Why shouldn't we ask for your resignation? Mica asked Geithner. We're not getting the whole story. We're getting the blame story. You're either incompetent on the job or you knew what was taking place and you try to conceal it. And I think that's grounds for your review. Mica characterized Geithner's denial as, quote, lame excuses as the Treasury Secretary became visibly angry. In November and December 2008, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, headed up by Geithner, instructed the bailout of AIG to hide from the public details regarding payments that the insurance giants made to the banks, including Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated and Societe Generale. Using Fed-secured taxpayer bailout money, AIG paid several banks 100% of the face value of credit default swaps, as other financial institutions were negotiating deep discounts for the unregulated paper assets that do not have to be backed by cash. The decision to pay the banks in full may have cost AIG and therefore taxpayers at least $13 billion over the odds. The backdoor bailout of the banks, as it's been dubbed, was exposed in March 2009 after the Securities and Exchange Commission challenged AIG's filing. However, emails obtained by Representative Darrell Issa, ranking member of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, reignited the situation after they conclusively exposed a collusion between the AIG and the Fed to deceive the public. The emails between company and regulators show that the New York Fed crossed out reference to the payments and that AIG also omitted the details when the Securities and Exchange Commission's filing was made public on December 24, 2008. The emails, the content of which are highlighted in this Bloomberg News article, also show that the Fed wanted numerous other details about the AIG bailout withheld or delayed from public oversight. Because that was when they were saying, of course, where's the money? And they're like, we can't tell you. It's security, security. It appears that the New York Fed deliberately pressured AIG to restrict and delay disclosure of important information, says Issa, adding that taxpayers, quote, deserve full and complete disclosure under our nation's security laws, not withholding of politically inconvenient information. Geithner's denial that he and President of the New York Fed, even as President of the New York Fed, had no involvement with the AIG case is contradicted by fresh revelations this week and a new report issued by Issa that show Geithner was, quote, at minimum, engaged personally in reviewing what information about AIG bailout would be revealed to Congress and the public. On November 6, 2008, Geithner received an email from Sarah Dahlgren, the FRBNY's lead staff member in AIG's operations, seeking Geithner's approval for a proposed statement regarding AIG's upcoming equity capital raise. The fact that Geithner's approval had to be obtained merely for putting out statements concerning AIG clearly indicates that he was deeply involved in the matter. And on November 13th, Geithner was sent a report on AIG's restructuring that would be sent to Congress. Sophia Allison, a staff member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, asked that Geithner point out any information that he believed should not be, quote, publicly disclosed. In addition, records of Geithner's records of who Geithner met with during his tenure as president of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York show that he was regularly engaged with top AIG officials and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York officials directly responsible for AIG's disclosure to the Securities and Exchange Commission. Geithner's schedule shows that he had at least 6 formal meetings with the top Fed's staff members about AIG-related issues between November 4th, 2008 and November 21st, 2008. And I am going to post this video separately as part 2, so it's higher quality, because I'm having problems screencasting video. And if anybody out there knows how I can screencast a video, like a video like this, or a different video, and it can come out as better quality, then by all means I can use the advice. But beyond that, yes, I'm going to post that video as a second part. So thank you for checking this out, and please check out the other video. Thank you.